Clearing. Okay, I'm back with a Divine Masculine check-in for the 1111 portal. Yeah, so I'm literally hearing, what do the masculines do to show you they love you, Divine Feminines? Let's get into it. As I was shuffling, the Emperor and the King of Cups wanted to be shown, and I literally heard they try to control things and master their emotions. These are ways that they try to show you their love is genuine, that it's not all flighty, airy-fairy, and weak. Well, let's get into it. So thank you, Divine Creator. What can we see for the Divine Masculines? Their conscious awareness of their actions as it relates to every step of the journey in the usual counterpart reading that I do. Conscious mind about the connections, about their Divine Feminine, heart space, about the connections and their Divine Feminine, what they wish in their own life and towards their connection, actions they're taking in their own right and towards their connections, the biggest challenge, the solution for that challenge, and the near future. How can we look at the masculines' love and how they are consciously expressing to the feminine? And what can the feminines do about it? Okay. Conscious mind about this connection. How are the masculines showing love? They're loving themselves. Ace of Cups, unconditional love of self and other. So this means they're going to let things play out in the highest without intruding, without crossing over the sovereignty. So this can look like they're being indirect. They are speaking indirectly about their likes, dislikes, their wants, their boundaries, but not having direct communication that would sway the feminine. They are keeping to themselves in certain ways, letting actions speak louder than words. What else are we getting? Karma, their eyes are being opened, so they are clearing out their karma. That is one of the things about this connection, that they are putting their money where their mouth is. But how do we want to word that? So when things are revealed as far as unconditional love, when this connection shows them how to set their standards higher, their self-love bar higher, they go and make changes in their world. So feminines, you would be seeing this taking effect in job changes, living situation, leaving karmic partnerships that are romantic, but that can play out in a lot of different people-pleasing ways or status quo kind of ways, where the masculines have been doing something that hasn't necessarily been good for them. This can be overcoming addictions. This can be overcoming bad habits. This can be so many situations that their amount of self-love has caused them to address and up level through. What else? Yes, prosperity and growth. So they're starting to become much more fair-minded. They're not wanting to be one-sided with any of their interactions. That means, to begin with, because we have karma here, that they are doing this outside of your connection, or even withholding from your connection if they aren't able to focus equally with how much you're giving or how they perceive you being able to give. If they've got these karmic things going on, they're not going to lead you on by giving too much in the connection. They might keep you around and not deepen, which you might interpret as leading on. But if you don't get ahead of yourself, it's still a gift of their energy and their time, the way that they see fit. So yeah, they are freeing themselves so they can become more abundant, but they will be taking care of any, pardon me, any kind of karmic issues before they can see a path of growth. What do the feminines need to do about that? The feminines need to get a handle on that breadcrumbing or being unhappy with getting a little bit. If that's all your masculine can give you for a time, it's like playing peekaboo. If when the sheep goes up and your masculine disappears, what if behind the scenes they're getting their life in order so they can show up fully? Is that so bad? Feminine. So to not have a fickle approach about, just labeling your masculine a player or hot and cold ghosting. This is saying that there's a deepening passion here, but it requires, making some real world changes based on the bar being raised. And so that does require some cleanup, solo cleanup that can't include you yet, feminines. That's your masculine's karma, not yours. And so in order to show up fully with you, they have to go and free themselves from certain things. So that hot and cold thing, you can look at it in a different way. And seek to understand for your situation if that's what's maybe going on. If they potentially are having to face karma and make changes like that, or have to kind of go through the process of the changes that that they've already put into place, then don't be fickle or impatient or assume that they are a player if they're not full on every day, twice on Sundays. What can we see for the masculine's way of showing love directly to their feminine? Well, there's the Judgment card again. So they're sticking with it. They're waiting to see truth. This is a card of revelation. They haven't seen it all. They don't make assumptions. They don't jump to conclusions. They might not know how to show you love, but they're wanting to see it clearly. They're wanting to understand. So in some ways they say, I don't know how to love you, because they've never seen this kind of free flow, high frequency, enlightened, conscious way of relating. They've always had some sort of a take on what a person would. I'm hearing, what do I give the feminine with everything? So transactional relationships, while that stuff may work for you, divine feminines, that's not the whole glue of everything. It's like soul connection. And so the masculines haven't seen the likes of these levels of connection before. And so they do have a little bit of a different, it's like they're out of their element when it comes to showing you love, because you don't actually require any of the things that they've been conditioned to have to give to a codependent type of a relationship. That process of them being groomed for a particular way of relating to a partner doesn't seem to fully give them the prerequisite to come into this kind of a connection. Yeah, the 3D stuff, they can't exactly, this is the Three of Pentacles, my card of the 3D. That way, the 3D way of relating to, the materialistic way of relating to a partner, it doesn't work with you. Which is kind of interesting, because I'm getting that it's completely off your radar that they've attempted those sort of things, and it's kind of been, it's just not done it for you. And it's like you've been oblivious to that because your focus is in a different dimension, different level. It's more conscious. So the things that used to get like, I'm hearing accolades or compliments, when your masculine has been sort of flexing around you that way, you're not reacting in the same way that people who are materialistically focused would have reacted. And so they're like, where do I meet this person? What do you need to do? Everything's under control. This can be a little bit of a stoic, sort of egoic card, the Emperor. And so don't butt heads, don't clash, don't do an eye for an eye. Don't look at it as though you're being rejected. Look at it as though your counterpart is trying to learn how to have more depth in connection, how to relate in not just a shallow surface level way. They're searching for a conscious, enlightened way to connect. So don't be icy about it. Be playful, be high frequency. Don't ice them out because they're not doing the typical things with you that wouldn't actually make you more aware of love or not there. Oh, that's a very interesting thing. It's like only an emperor can come to you, and that means they have to include all of the different aspects of a well-rounded masculine, an evolved masculine, in order to knock and the door be answered as well. So have compassion, but know that they see you as somebody with high standards because you deserve real love, feminines, not just the material arrangements. What can we see for how the masculines show love to the feminines on the heart space throughout the connection? The Four of Cups and the Two of Cups. So they have had opportunities missed where progress was off their radar. So in the past, there have been times where they did not follow through when there were misunderstandings. I'm getting specifically when you didn't pick up on their attempts to love. They dropped the ball, they let it go, they didn't force it, they didn't sell you on it, they didn't try to defend themselves. When you didn't see a love offer, they let it go off the radar. So this is saying that they have been trying. They have been in love with you and offering certain things, but they have seen these opportunities to kind of, I'm hearing when you give a joke and you somebody doesn't get the punchline, they guess and they don't get the punchline right. It would be akin to not telling the person the punchline, the actual punchline. So they've not wanted to talk down on you, but they've also not wanted to convince, and they've also not wanted to look like they weren't good enough for you, or that their attempts at showing you love wasn't successful. They didn't want to have to feel like you actually didn't think those things were good enough. They are having some progress with this because they know that you're still around for some reason, either energetically or in communication or even deepening here. But yeah, they know that because this connection is standing the test of time, that they can be more, they can soften with this. They can try different things, but they also don't have to pretend they weren't trying when you don't pick up what they're throwing down. What is the advice for the feminines? The Sun. Really see your masculine as loving you. Be curious. If you feel something going on, ask yourself, how would love interpret what my masculine is demonstrating to me right now? You know, them trying to speak to you, them doing actions, them not speaking, them not taking any action. How could you, I'm hearing, get down off this high horse and see things in a different light? Because yeah, this is saying that they've been trying. It's like they've been trying all along, and they're going to keep trying until they hit it right on the head. And as you get more proficient at seeing their growing attempts at showing the love, they're also going to gain in confidence that these attempts are starting to land. Oh, that's beautiful. What is the starting to land on this soul deep way. What can we see for the ways that the masculine's actions have been shown directly to you on the heart space? Death in the inverse and secret death of ego death, I'm hearing. So their foolish pride has been like dashed over and over again, back to the drawing board. This is refining their hearts, opening their hearts, allowing them to surrender and not be stuck in foolish pride or pretense or ego. It's humbling them because they know you love them, and it's like, I am your humble servant to love. They are letting their hearts be refined by this process. Secretly, they're suckers for it. They are being schooled. They are being shown more and more beautiful ways, soft ways, elegant ways, tender ways to forgive themselves for attempts that miss the mark. And they're learning what love is. They're learning what love isn't. They're learning what is too extra and what is sincere. They're learning what is authentic, and they're learning what you authentically appreciate. So they're learning you. They're also learning themselves. They're learning what is coming from their heart and what is coming from conditioning. What do the feminines need to know about this? Watch and wait. Watch and wait this process refining in them. What can we see for how the masculines are showing love out into the world, what they want to manifest in general regarding the evolution of love? 9 of Wands, they want to put down their guard and just, be free. Sage of Crystals, yeah, okay, this is interesting because we've got a wifey card here. So they want to put sexual tension down and be able to be monogamously connected to one life partner. Take gender how it resonates. It says life partner material, living together. And this is putting down the guard about all the pretense, all of the tension, all of that elsewhere. Even though we're looking at what are they doing in their life at large to show you love, they keep you in their thoughts, and that just comforts them. That backs them out into the world. Even if you're not in a formal romantic relationship with each other, they still have you in their heart, which allows them to take the edge off, the sexual tension out of their interactions. They still honor you as though you are already life partners. Whoa. What else? This is their heart's truth, and it's not coming from you telling them that they should. Isn't that awesome? So they're doing this through their own volition. They've been shown by the divine, and their own hearts have told them they need to do that. What do you need to do about this? Again, watch and wait. It's going to be revealed to you in time. Some of the things that you're going to find out in time about opportunities or suitors or scenarios that have happened for your masculine where they have chosen to align with things that serve on a soul level, which also happen to align with your connection and coming closer to you with life circumstance and choices. They have been systematically making choices in their highest and best interest, which also uncannily bring them into alignment more and more with you, feminines. All you have to do is stay open to that and watch it be revealed in time. It's going to be the best Christmas gift, I just heard. So there's something that you're going to see that will validate. You'll remember this reading when it happens, that you'll see how they were honoring you well ahead of when they will come forward and actually partner up with you this way. What is it that the masculines are showing on the heart space, for manifestations towards you? 6 of Coins, they have been giving you reciprocity. They've been reflecting. They have been in hermit mode about this connection possibly, but they've still been exchanging on some level and getting to know you, whether at a distance or as friends or in the beginning stages of relationship, whatever it is that's still doing their homework on these connections, they have been authentically meeting you stride for stride where they can, where you have been aware of it. They've been building this new history with the two of you based in equal give and take, even if that's not in the full-blown romantic relationship. There's a hermiting energy in the midst of it. It's still these authentic exchanges that can be built upon. So they don't even know that they're fully doing this, actually. So this is kind of when it's relevant for you to exchange this way. It's like having it unfold naturally. It's going under both of your radar. So what they're doing directly to you right now is actually not even intentional. It's in flow. So yeah, this is more the divine orchestration than something that your masculine is consciously aware of. That's how organic and how effortless these connections really are that are aligned, is that this kind of exchange happens even when they're in hermit mode. So for some of them, they might not even realize that they've sort of isolated themselves away from the world while they're going through their ascension, while they're going through this awakening process, but you are still somehow getting in there, and it's going under their radar and yours, because you may not know, feminines, that even though your masculine feels like they're in hermit mode to you in some way, but they're doing that across the board with everyone in so many ways. But you've got this in. There's just something about your connection that is still there regardless. What do the feminines need to do about that? Overcome your devil energy, your thoughts, your lower vibrational things. Don't make this something that your masculine has all the answers and then is just withholding from you. This is them living in real time in flow. Do the same, feminines. Don't believe the hype of the devil energies. Get that out of there. That's not the deepest truth and nothing but the truth. Those are fears. So see life as unfolding, as the mystery unfolding. I mean, I am making the disclaimer that if you've got a manipulative, vindictive, malicious person, get yourself out of there. That is not the kind of divine counterpart I am talking about here. There is still hope for you, if you're watching a twin flame video, to find love, but you cannot put yourself in harm's way and expect to find love. That is the definition of insanity. Only you can change doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results. If somebody that you are drawn to magnetically is abusing you, you need healing so that you can teach people how to treat you better, but you are worthy of that healing. That was just for a couple that are watching this. Get yourself out of it. And I'm not telling you that your soul isn't wise to be magnetically drawn to somebody that's putting you in that position, but that is because there's a lesson there. That's not because it's necessarily a twin flame or a soulmate love. It's there to teach you something, but learn the lesson and then let the dust settle and then see if you can come back healed with the proper tools. Again, that was just for a very select couple, one or two. Okay, what can we see on the action space? How are the masculines taking action in the world from this love they have for the feminine? They are master manifestors through balanced ego. So this connection has helped them decide what really matters and what to invest in, what to make happen in their lives. They've overcome the devil energies. Because of this love, they're seeing that they have so much more choice. They have so much more skill. They have so much more option that they can dive deep into those things that you love and appreciate and see in them. They are bringing that to the forefront. So even if they're not directly coming into your connection, these masculines are empowered by your love and they are taking on the world at large out there while still watching you, learning from you, being curious about how you're doing, how your life is evolving and flowing, but they are definitely being empowered and supported by your belief in them. And that is helping them change their reality for the better. Strength, yes, here's the same card. Your strength is their strength. Your unwavering support and love and consistent energy is helping them take on such a magical transformation in their life. How can you not know that you're their muse? I just heard. Oh. For those who have eyes to see, it's not a coincidence if your masculine is posting certain stories or posts that have to do with things that are like, hey, wait a second there. Is that or isn't that in reference to me? It is. They are watching, they are interacting with you, and they are an extension of your connection out into their reality. So, you know, calm that devil energy, overcome that beast, and be in flow, feminines. What is the action the masculines are taking directly towards the feminines that shows the love here? Oh, Two of Coins, baby steps. They are juggling. Seeker of Crystals, they are finding more ways to baby steps towards you. So you will start seeing this, that they're not just simply running. They are speaking to you here and there. They are initiating more conversations. They're reaching out first. They are liking your posts. They are doing things in their life that will open up more time in the physical to see you, to be connected to you. Yeah, in physical ways. They are making changes, and they are doing this so they can be near you. If they are making changes in any sort of way that impacts their finances, their living situation, their career, their romantic situations, any of it, it's being done through this loving kindness in baby steps towards you. There is some caution in this. They're not doing like the cold turkey all or nothing. It's a fade into the new life as the old lives phase out. What else can we see for that energy? Yeah, they've surrendered to this. They are allowing the process of transition to have its way with them and to show them each step of the way what to clear, what to step towards. What do the feminines need to do? Keep grieving your old life. Keep taking the value from the things that have come before. Making lemonade out of lemons. Stay with your own process. Keep going through the 5 stages of grief in your own release of your past previous life so that you can come into your brand new life on the higher timelines. What can we see for the biggest challenge regarding the masculine's action in showing love to the feminines? That they want it, but there is this frustratingly impenetrable barrier that they can't logic their way through. It's like the divine protection. They can't get to you. They wish for you, but they can't make this happen faster than it is. They can't decree they're coming forward, and they can't hold back. They have to stay on this edge. It's protected, and only when they are at that middle point of balance, of temperance, do they see those getting in their edgewise. So this is the cutting edge of what is emerging, is this finely tuned balance point. They are wishing for this with such a pure heart that only that precise bit by bit stuff that is pure is able to transpire. So we got a little while ago, we got that 6 of Coins. This is the stuff that they're not even aware of. This is the Father of Swords and the Father of Swords. It's the same card here. We got that message again. So only the things that are in precise alignment, head and heart, are coming through, and those little bits of exchanges are being confirmed and recognized by you, Divine Feminine. But this is the challenge. Even though they wish for the full picture with you, only that degree of things are being mutually acknowledged. Here's you, Divine Feminine, the recipient of this masculine's heart wish, you are not fully able to receive or see or allow in your physical reality everything that your masculine is desiring to give to you. And that is their source of frustration. And it is because of divine timing. Your life is not yet at a place, for whatever reason, where you could fully receive everything that your masculine would desire to give. But they are staying with it, sitting with it. They are waiting on that edge. When it is available, they are here for it. What do the feminines need to do? Be open to it. Don't harden your heart and point the finger. My masculine isn't blah, blah, blah enough, or isn't blah, blah, blah anyways. Don't be like that. If you are loving this masculine, your battle isn't whether they are coming in or not. Your battle is, what do you feel to do day in, day out, first person in your life. If you're worried about whether your masculine's coming in or not, you might be procrastinating things in your life. You might be rebelling. You might be acting out. You might be sad. You might be imbalanced. Look at how energy works that way, and be receptive to love by not clogging or corroding your wiring or plumbing over there out of a lower vibrational attitude. Bring yourself into wholeness, and therefore you would be accountable with a love like this. You're not given more than you can handle. And so as you become accountable and able to handle more, your masculine will be able to give you more, because they want to. They want this love as much as you want this love, feminines. This is their frustration. What is the remedy for this? Being able to show and take the actions for the towards the feminines. Knight of Swords and the Moon. So the remedy here is, masculines, to not need to communicate this emotionality, but to let it have its way with you again and let it exude from you in divine timing. What else here? Yes, trust the process, trust the journey, trust the unfolding, trust that every one of these parallel lines are you in tandem, getting closer to this union and grounding this in the physical. What do the feminines need to know about that? Just rest. You don't actually have to do anything. Let it sink in, integrate it, be accountable by seeing things for what they are, being in an increase of awareness and receptivity to the love that is there. As you have eyes to see the ways that your masculine is loving you, your receptivity can deepen, and that is a beautiful exchange, an alchemical exchange, where when you're accountable for a little, more is given. Okay, let's see, where is the direction of the connection going? What are the masculines going to be able to offer? Four of Wands, here's the 11-11 union. So they're starting to dream up marriage proposals, living together, community celebrations. We've been getting this surprise message for the last while that the masculines are looking at the ideas that they would like to play out in these connections. They are dreaming up grand gestures and things. Five of Flames, but they also know they have to go through the fire and clear the obstacles in order to make way for that public recognition or the reveal for community, friends, and family. And oh my God, we got the Four of Wands, the Five of Wands, the Six of Wands. There's that public reveal. It's like 1, 2, 3 here, 4, 5, 6. It is literally, they are making the plans, knowing what needs to be done for this eventual destiny. So behind the scenes, they're making plans behind the scenes for this love, feminines. They have always wanted you. They have always been so patient. The patience of a saint, the emotional composure of a saint. It is their cross to bear, to not rush, to not step over middle, to not force, to not convince, to not bring it into being prematurely before the coast is clear, energetically, physically, emotionally, mentally. The masculines are that safe container that know your pleasure better. then you know it yourself, feminines, because they are your perfect match. Oh my God, the Wheel of Fortune. Divine timing here. So yeah, the masculines are following higher guidance, and that's why they are entrusted with a love like this for you, divine feminines, is because they know they've got their finger on the pulse of the divine timing. Your inner masculine also needs to become more and more savvy with understanding appropriate timing and flow, feminines. That is you having union within, which allows for the receptivity of exactly the way it plays out with your external masculine. When you can come into total radical acceptance and delight and appreciation of exactly the way things are, that's when divine timing aligns. When you've let go, when you've surrendered, when you have reveled in it to the point that it just is. That's union. Wow, okay, one last card for the viewers here. What can we see about the amazing messages that we just got about the way the masculine shows love in these journeys? Birth, death, rebirth. So we did get those transition steps in the process. Honor natural cycles. What did I just say about this, feminines? Just radical acceptance of the cycles, of the timing. Balance, giving and receiving. Yeah. So this is a real eye-opening reading, feminines, for you to really receive what it is the masculines are giving, offering, even if it's not, you know, the be-all end-all or what you expect. They also have been having some struggles giving in ways that a divine feminine will really feel and catch the love memo with. Respect nature's intelligence. So that's partially the divine timing and the ebb and flow and the way that it's all unfolding naturally. You are in rhythm with life, so you're not actually going to miss out on this love. But the more conscious you become, the more consciously supported by the cycles, the rhythm, the natural unfolding you are, the less angst, the less disruption you'll have, and move your body, dance. So yeah, if you want to get the energy moving and it doesn't seem to be, you know, coming into unions the way you want or as quickly, dance. Move that. You're going to have fun while you're waiting. If you dance, everybody. Dance with it. Dance with the ebb and flow of life. Dance in divine timing. I'm hearing this is why Shiva Shakti dance and all the divine pairs. Okay, many blessings. Bye for now.